a future Hall of Famer, the former middleweight world champion, former super middleweight world champion, former light heavyweight world champion, and former heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr.
Good evening, everybody. Glad you've made the decision to be with us. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore, and we're glad to be bringing you action and welcoming you to the Mexico City Plaza here in Mexico City. Our main event should be a good one tonight. 6 rounds of middleweight action between Roy Jones Jr. and Erislandy Lara.
Hailing out of Guantanamo, Erislandy Lara.
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch them up and let's go.
Here we go, round number 1, scheduled for 6. Roy Jones Jr. is trying to repeat his last outing. Remember that impressive knockout he had, Teddy?
Yeah, I don't know if he should be remembered. Maybe he should have a short memory, because if he goes in there looking for the knockout, he might take away the most important part of his game, the jab, the things that set it up.
That was a miss by Roy Jones. Digging in with a left to the gut. Roy has been known to switch it up many times in his career. Now, he's a right-handed fighter, but he'll go either way. His opponent, strictly a lefty.
You know, that won't bother Roy Jones, because he's so unorthodox, so used to doing things different ways. Sometimes what people would say is the wrong way, that seeing somebody unorthodox in front of him, well, it's like seeing a cousin. It's like seeing a friend. It doesn't throw him off.
And he returns on that exchange. Able to dismiss that body shot. He just missed that shot up top. Roy Jones Jr. with a big uppercut. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. 10 clicks of the talk.
Listen, I want you to pick his jabs. When he throws the jab, parry it away and you'll catch him, okay?
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Great hook to the head that time. Protecting his head well with his guard. Lara's punch didn't come close. A nice block by Roy Jones. Oh, what an exchange. Oh, what an uppercut. And now just wasting everybody's time holding on. Erislandy Lara's well off the mark that time. In your career, Teddy, you've trained all different kinds of fighters, from their mental makeup to their physical gifts. Is there a common trait that those who achieve to the highest level all have during their training?
If they don't have it when they start, Joe, they develop it. And what that is, an understanding and a separation of the truth from the lies. What I mean by that is they start to understand that they can control things, that things are not in the other guy's control. Early on, fighters think that it's out of their control. It's just a matter of getting in there and hoping that they can get through things. It's always in their control. They can always make a choice to deal with something, to find a way through something. And they can always make a choice not to. And I think the other thing that I try to impress on them and that they have to find out is that everything is a moment, just like in life. It's only a moment. You know, we're talking about 3-minute rounds. There might only be 20 seconds in that round that really you have to deal with something that is really, really difficult. But when pressure comes along, time gets distorted. And you start to think that it's infinite, that it's going to go on forever and ever. And good fighters that stay around to learn these lessons, they find out it is only a moment. And if I make the right choice, I'm going to get past that, and I'll be on to the next thing.
Lara's lacking that jab there. He just hasn't committed to throwing it at all.
I mean, that's the most basic thing in the world, is to use that jab. That jab does so many things for you. Keeps the guy defensive, and obviously it sets up your offense.
He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Very nice work from both men. They each got a shot in.
Up and down, side to side.
And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. What an excellent two-punch combo by Roy Jones. Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. Jones is showing us a real solid skill set here with his head movement. Teddy, how much of that is just natural athletic ability and instincts, and how much of that is being trained well?
Well, most of it's trained well. If I take a guy off the street, Joe, and he hasn't been taught anything, he's going to throw punches. But usually he's not going to have a good defense. That's something that has to be attained. That's something that has to be taught. This guy has been taught good defensive fundamentals.
Well, if things continue like this, this is going to be an interesting stretch run of this fight. Beginning of round number 4. Comes right back with a shot of his own. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Jones is showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch.
Ace yourself. Keep working the body. Keep working the jab. Good.
Halfway through round number 4.
Come on.
Goes up top with a right hand. That's a good block by Roy Jones.
That's what I want to see. Stay away from those. Come on.
Nice combination. Jab, uppercut to the head. Jones's hand speed is the difference here. I mean, that's what that combination was all about.
Yeah, purely speed. He just got off faster, sooner.
Good exchange. He fires back.
Keep moving. Looking good.
And this round comes to an end. Jones is in dominating form here tonight. He's doing everything he wanted to do, and he's ahead on our scorecards ringside.
Yeah, but don't forget, he's in the other guy's hometown. So don't let up too soon. Don't start partying too soon. You know, still keep doing the things you were doing to get you to this place.
That's a clean shot, able to get it. Look at that! Picture perfect combination, and he is floored.
Well, the old timers would say you can hit a guy with two. Why hit him with one?
Lara's getting back up to his feet after being knocked down. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Fires right back at him. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half to go. Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs. Good accurate work there after blocking that blow. He engages in the clinch. A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. Jones is almost looking foolish that time he missed so badly. And he's holding.
Keep moving.
Doing great. Teddy, he did a smart thing right there. Just created enough space and then landed the counter punch.
Looked like the will of the wisp, the old great Willie Pep. Made him miss, made him pay.
Round comes to an end. We saw the knockdown there in that round. A little bit of a momentum gainer.
Yeah, obviously it gives you confidence, but you know what? It can also be a momentum killer, believe it or not.
How so?
Joe, I've had guys where the worst thing that happened to him in a fight was when they scored the knockdown because they...
Oh, and there you go. Once again, he goes down. Can he survive this? Stops the fight. Roy Jones Jr.'s opponent is floored. A knockout victory. Boy, was that impressive. That's what you want to see, a guy who can close the show and finish with style. He ends up a knockout victor tonight.
And that's what his trainer wanted. His trainer was even telling him, step it up a little bit because he knew this was possible, and they got it.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Have yourself a great night. Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to the New Orleans State Palace Theater for a much-anticipated main event. 6 rounds in the middleweight division, and now the time has come all the talk, now comes the walk.
We went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch them up.
When you get a fight like this that everybody's been talking about, it's always so interesting to see these opening moments here in round number 1. It's hard to touch Roy Jones Jr. with a clean glove. But if he can, his opponent does have power.
Yes, he does have power, and he has a chance to catch Roy. And Roy gives you this chance, clean. Because Roy will make you miss, but he'll do it naked. He'll do it with his hands down. If you catch him, bang, you catch him with everything.
Side to side, move your head.
Cintrone's missing the mark by a mile. That just was nowhere to be found. Halfway through round number 1. Blocks that belt line well. A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. Blocks that punch. Missed the body shot.
There you go.
Gets rid of that body shot. Last 10 seconds of this first round. Devastating blow by Roy Jones. Cintrone's last round to me, Teddy, completely ineffective. His accuracy way off the mark, throwing punches, but lost the round.
Joe, talking about being off the mark. If you're traveling outside and you're lost, you need a map to find your way. He needs a map right now to find his way. He needs some direction.
Well, supposed to be fighting, but instead he's hugging. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. There's that overhand right.
You gotta protect yourself.
He missed with that headshot. Cintrone's effort has been admirable, but I don't think he's getting the results he would like to get here. He's tiring himself.
Yeah, what I think's starting to happen here, Joe, we saw him throwing a lot of punches, but not real effective punches. I'm wondering now, he's ahead right now in this part of the fight, but I'm wondering if he's getting discouraged because it didn't have the effect on his opponent he wanted it to.
Now he ties up there. Turns over that hook upstairs. Jones is doing a really good job of being defensively sacked. Golden opportunity for some offense to come in the mix.
Well, that's exactly what he's doing. He's waiting for a mistake to be made. You know, he wants a lead out of his opponent right now so he can make a miss and bang, come right back with that hook.
Cintrone's punch is far off the target. Good work toe-to-toe there. Both fighters got in on him.
Yeah, that's it.
That hook was well off the mark. Jones is proving that he's here to fight. Just look at the punch stats.
No doubt about it. You are losing this fight. You need to throw.
And we are back underway. Another round in a fight that's been very entertaining but I wouldn't want to be a judge. This is one of those fights that could go either way. Back and forth they go, each man getting the best of it.
Guard your head.
Wow, look at that, trading shots. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark.
Unload. Unload. More punches.
Good counter punch by Roy Jones. And I love the way he delivered that, Teddy.
Yeah, he's using his feet to set up his offense. You don't always see that, but you see it there.
Cintrone's inconsistencies are really showing up now. At times he has shown defense tonight. Other times, like what we've seen recently, he's getting hit by the left hand.
Yeah, what he has to do is now make the adjustment.
And you can see he wanted to do that as he holds on there.
It's okay. Let's go.
Just not there. Straight right hand off the mark.
You got this one.
Jones's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one.
Keep your hands, all right? You have to keep your hands up.
We got it.
You're doing fine.
So round number 4 is underway. Roy Jones Jr. has been looking very good early on. Teddy, you have him up 3 rounds to zip.
I think that's the only way you can have it right now, although I've thought that before, and the judges see it a different way. But he's been aggressive, and he's been effective.
Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counterpuncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with him.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
Scored well upstairs with the right hand.
Come on, kid. Focus.
Not able to land the headshot. He gets hit, but he gives it right back.
Pace yourself.
Double up your punches.
Well, that was his intention, and that's what he's doing. Not engaging in the fight, but clinching.
1, 1, 2.
He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own.
Come on.
Went to the body there, but unable to connect. They both decide to bring it. Cintrone's work in training camp is now paying off. Do you see the accuracy and the effectiveness with that combination?
Nice work. Nice work.
Jones's corner has very little to do right now. Why? Because their fighter has been nearly flawless with his accurate and clean punching.
Well, part of that's attached to his personality. He doesn't waste anything. He's real calm. He's a conservative guy. Anything he throws, he's placing where it's going to land.
Roy Jones Jr. is showing you a little defensive skill there, able to move away from that punch. Cintrone's showing a little bit of a defensive shell, but Teddy, I'm seeing punches still getting through and splitting that guard.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, Joe, when you put those earmuffs on, but you don't move your head. Some of them are going to get through, and just as importantly, you handcuff yourself so your opponent is going to stay in there a little bit longer, knowing that nothing's coming back right away.
He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back.
Left and right, left and right. Relax, relax. Get him.
And he ties up on the inside.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Good return fire that time. How about that exchange?
Don't let him get to you, kid.
There's the combo to the body. And that's the end of round 5.
Don't let him
Roy
steal
Jones
it.
Jr. is in
Okay?
position right
Keep
now
moving.
to really bring home a good victory. He's up on the punch stats. He's up on your scorecard. This is his fight.
Yeah, we just hope that the judges, and you never know that. That's one thing that sometimes can really disappoint you in this business. You hope the judges see it that way, because I can't see it any other way.
Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. Good block. Cintrone's showing you that sublime skill right now with that 2-punch combo. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Roy Jones Jr. is really doing a fine job here, Teddy. And I know everybody falls in love with the clean, effective punching, but you can make an argument that he's controlling this fight right now thanks to his head movement.
Yeah, you know, it makes me think about that legendary story about the old great Willie Pep, the Will o' the Wisp. There was a legend that he actually won a round without throwing a punch, just by making his opponent miss, just by ring generalship.
Punch!
Just
Punch!
like that. Just like that.
Fine looking right hand by Roy Jones. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Comes right back with some offense of his own. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. The unexpected final bell, as we will now await to hear the judges' scores.
We thought the styles of these two guys, they would go after each other early, but sometimes too much respect for each other, and that's what it turned out.
Roy Jones Jr.'s dominating performance gets the payoff with the decision. A unanimous decision. Teddy, your scorecard reflects that as well.
It was an easy one to score. I mean, he did it fundamentally well. It wasn't just with talent.